always remember, thank, love, glorify, and pray to the reunited, most loving and mighty Three-in-One, God, Timquo-2, and the Son of God.
In 1987, French explorer Mr. Michel Desmaquis was invited to board a UFO and travel to planet Thiaoouba for a 10-day visit. After returning home, he recorded the interstellar journey in his book Thiaoouba Prophecy, The Golden Planet. According to his account, Thiaoouba has an advanced, peaceful civilization with a pristine environment, superior technologies, and heightened spiritual attainment. Michel marveled at the planet's housing structures, called tokos, that are completely different from those of Earth.
It seemed that every building on this planet had the shape of an egg, most often lying on their sides, but occasionally upright, as I've said, with the pointed end upwards. The shells were off-white in color and had no windows or doors. Having neither doors nor windows on these buildings is extraordinary in itself, but once inside, it was stranger still. As I've mentioned before, the overall impression was of still being outside. The startling beauty of color was everywhere. The greenery, the branches of the trees dissecting the blue mauve sky above, the butterflies, the flowers. I recall a bird that came to rest right in the middle of the roof so that we could see the bottom of its feet. It was as though it had miraculously stopped in mid-air. The effect was quite extraordinary.
What's even more remarkable is that even though dokos have transparent walls, no one can see in from the outside, and they still allow residents to pass through freely. Michel had a chance to try the flying device that everyone used on Thiaoouba. The device was composed of a tara and a lithiolac. He noted the tara is an apparatus worn like a belt when you wish to fly. The lithiolac works in concert with the tara to fly, but is held in the hand. These simple devices enabled them to travel at an average speed of 300 kilometers per hour and whatever altitude they chose. Michel was led by his mentor Tao to meet and receive knowledge from the 7 elders on Thiaoouba, who radiate brilliant light. The leader spoke to him about the purpose of his trip.
As Tao has already explained to you, Michel, you have been chosen by us to visit our planet in order to report certain messages and to offer enlightenment on several important issues when you return to Earth.
The time has come when certain events must occur.
After several thousand years of darkness and savagery on the planet Earth, a so-called civilization appeared and, inevitably, technology was developed, a development which was accelerated during the last 150 years. It has been 14,500 years since a comparable level of technological advance existed on Earth. This technology, which is nothing compared with true knowledge, is nevertheless sufficiently advanced to become harmful to the human race on Earth in the very near future. Harmful because it is only material knowledge and not spiritual knowledge. Technology should assist spiritual development, not confine people more and more within a materialistic world as is happening now on your planet. To an even greater extent, your people are obsessed with a single goal, affluence.
Their lives are concerned with all that the pursuit of wealth entails.
Envy, jealousy, hatred of those richer, and contempt for those poorer. In other words, your technology, which is nothing compared with what existed on Earth more than 14,500 years ago, is dragging your civilization down
and pushing it closer and closer to moral and spiritual catastrophe.
Indeed, our modern technologies have advanced by leaps and bounds in the last few decades since 1987, when Michel was given this message. While these technologies make life more convenient, they can also be exploited to increase surveillance, exert control, and even facilitate crimes. Just as the Elders of Planet Thiaoouba warned us, with the development of technology, especially the application of the internet, smartphones, and social media, we find ourselves being increasingly confined. our words and behaviors can be easily tracked, monitored, studied, and even manipulated to maximize profit, power, or influence for interested parties, often hiding behind the scenes.
Have you ever sent a direct message on Facebook or Instagram? What about uploaded a photo with friends or family members? Have you ever checked your local weather on your weather app before heading out? What if I told you that those seemingly innocent acts could one day be used against you, and not by hackers, but legally by your own government? In my 15 years as a public defender, I have seen our constitutional protections erode with every technological advance. But our Fourth Amendment wasn't written in vanishing ink, and it shouldn't disappear, nor should our protections against unreasonable searches and seizures in this digital age.
I want the algorithm explained. What do all of these companies that run social platforms, whether it be Google with YouTube, Meta with Facebook, what do they all want? They want people to spend more time on their service than anywhere else. So attention is the key metric. Doesn't matter if it's good attention, bad attention. They do not care about sentiment. They don't care if you are having a good time on social media and seeing good content or you're seeing bad content, as long as you're seeing content and you're spending more time.
So if Joe said something offensive and I've found it offensive and I've engaged with it by replying to him or forwarding it as an example of offensive content, the algorithm goes, loving this.
Loving this.
Police have taken down an international cybercrime gang based in the UK that had been offering a service to criminals which allowed them to steal from victims using fraudulent text messages, with 37 people worldwide now having been arrested, 24 of which in Britain. It's estimated that 70,000 people have fallen victim to the scams, which saw them put their personal details into a website hosted by LabHost.
The victims in this case have been aged between about 25 and 45 predominantly.
Pretty young then, like digital natives.
Well, it's people who live their lives online, that perhaps do their banking online, that shop online. They're more likely to fall victim to this because their use of the internet is just so prevalent.
In recent years, as more people have started using AI chatbots as tools, it's becoming increasingly difficult to differentiate between true information and false information.
Cognitive scientist and AI researcher Gary Marcus says these systems often make things up. In AI talk, that's called hallucinating. And that raises the fear of ever-widening AI-generated propaganda, explosive campaigns of political fiction, waves of alternative histories. We saw how ChatGPT could be used to spread a lie.
You may never have heard the term synthetic media, more commonly known as deepfakes, but our military, law enforcement, and intelligence agencies certainly have. They are hyper-realistic video and audio recordings that use artificial intelligence and deep learning to create fake content, or deepfakes. The US government has grown increasingly concerned about their potential to be used to spread disinformation and commit crimes. That's because the creators of deepfakes have the power to make people say or do anything, at least on our screens. Most Americans have no idea how far the technology has come in just the last 4 years, or the danger, disruption, and opportunities that come with it.
etc. Without mature spiritual development and awareness to guide and balance material development, the Elders of Thiaoouba warned us that our technology is dragging our civilization down and pushing it closer and closer to moral and spiritual catastrophe. How do we turn around and go back up? It requires all of us to wake up and be conscious about how we live our lives, the choices that we make, the information we consume, the food we eat, and the consequences of our thoughts, speech, and actions. It may sound complicated, but it all boils down to upholding one universal principle according to the Elders of Thiaoouba.
The solution depends on love, not money. It requires that people rise above hate, resentment, jealousy, and envy, and that each person, whether he be street sweeper or community leader, put his neighbor before himself, offering his hand to whoever needs it. Everyone has need, both physically and mentally, of his neighbor's friendship, not only on your planet, but on all planets.
Love is the only solution. If we align all our words and actions with the principle of love, we can navigate tumultuous situations and find our way back to the righteous path that leads to God. This is also the solution that our most beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, has been reminding us of for decades.
When we are able to expand this love to all other beings of the universe, including the animal people who are our co-inhabitants, we ourselves expand and become greater spiritually. A peaceful relationship with the animal people with no more killing would attract to us an abundance of divine blessings. And with the whole world extending such compassion to animal people, our planet's atmosphere, of course, would stabilize and even change to a more heavenly light, permeated with feelings of peace and love. Love is not a word on our lips. Love must be our feeling inside and action translated outside. Love the animals, we be veg. Love the earth, we go green. Love the world, save the planet. I need the demonstration of love. Just 1% more love for the world. Love for your children, love for all species. Enough so that we will sacrifice our taste for the animals' meat and related unmerciful products. We have to show love in a grander scale, not just a romantic love for our family members. We should keep that because every kind of love is sacred. Every kind of love will emit some beautiful, positive energy to protect us and to protect loved ones and something around us. So if each one of us gives more love into the surroundings, extend it like more, a little bit further than family, and enough of that love, that will make up for the 100% love power needed to dissolve the greatest threat to our survival.
As the French saying goes, les beaux esprits se rencontrent, or beautiful minds meet. Both the enlightened masters on planet Thiaoouba and Supreme Master Ching Hai tell us that love is the solution to humanity's current problems. We must act now upon their wise counsel before reaching the time of no return. We thank Michel Desmarquis for sharing his extraordinary journey with the Earth population and delivering the vital messages from Thiaoouba across the galaxies.
Choose vegan. Walk toward enlightenment.
Being vegan, having peace, having Godspeed.